Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 8 of Tampo. I'm HT Paladin, your DM of the evening. Let's go around and say hi to our players. Let's go around to, well, I'd start with Latia, but Latia can't be here this week due to a prior engagement. So instead, we'll start with Josh. Hi, Josh. Who are you?
Hello. Hi, my name is Josh, as you just mentioned. I am very excited for today. I am continuing to play Da'ai, my gold gnome Babylon. And of course, his lovable little South Philippines dwarven kingfisher Abayan. I had to think about that for a second. Let's toss it to Lucia.
Hi, I'm Lucia. I'm playing Gaita, the Black River Barbarian, half elf, and the only friend with me is a very large sword. I'll pass it over to CB.
Hi, my name is Omega Jones, also known as the Critical Bard, and today I am playing Manalo, the Umalaga Dragonborn Grave Robber Rogue, which basically means I died, I'm cursed, and, well, that's probably the most important part. And we can't miss out on Latia, who plays our Manganga, y'all, Ranger Pilar. Did I say that right?
No. To be fair, Latia doesn't say it right each week either. Oh, he's gone.
I feel like we should probably try to say it right.
Oh no! I mean, do I say how to pronounce it right?
Yes. Or educate us.
No, while they're away, or do I wait until they're back?
Do it both times. Twice the knowledge.
Sure. Manganganya.
Manganganya?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's supposed to be kind of like a dancey word. So, Manganganya. It's a hard word to learn, honestly.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Good to know. We've just received the proper pronunciation. I want you to know, Omega. I'll let Paladin share it again though.
Yeah, it's a Manganganya.
That's specifically what I said.
Not man, man.
I said man. Look.
We're back, baby!
How about we go to these damn sponsors?
Sneeze. I do believe we have some sponsors to do a haunting ad read for.
There's nothing haunting. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh no.
What do you got for us this time?
Okay. So picture this, right? The scene opens in a bathroom. Friends, may I speak to you for just a moment? Is your love life lacking? Does your partner wish that they could have great TTRPG tools at the table like me? Animated spell and reference cards from the deck of the many. It's just what your lovely partner deserves. Am I correct? Yes, good. Moving on. Hello, ladies. I've missed you. I know I shouldn't have, but I did, and you're welcome. I've just gifted you a discount link to the Hit Point Press store. It's in chat. It's your lucky day. If you're listening to me, you probably want your 5e campaign to contain vast worlds, rich with lore. So look at your campaign. Back to me. Back to your campaign. Back to me. Your campaign does not include me. But it could if you stopped playing vaguely Eastern campaign settings and purchased the Islands of Sina Una from the Hit Point Press store. So what's it going to be? Look up. Now look back down. Where are you? You're in a campaign with Paladin. There are hidden daggers designed to rip the heart out of your very chest. You're a sobbing mess. Wait, what's that in your browser? Look at it. Back to me. It's the Hit Point Press store. How did that get there? Look back at it. Back to me. There are books in your shopping cart. Buy them. I'm at the beach. My script went away. We're surrounded by coconut crabs. They're 50% shell, 80% frustration. They have no emotion on their faces. They're crabs. This is what happens when you buy the Islands of Sina Una. Your mind is blown. Already have the Islands of Sinauna? Buy from a team whose Kickstarter just funded for $1.8 million. What are you doing? You're treating yourself. It's luxurious. How does it feel? Exhilarating. Like a date with a Datu himself. Hit point press. So much shit, you'll shit yourself.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to talk about something that should be able to see the horrific epicness that was that ad read, but they can't. But you can with Arcane Spectacles. Arcane Spectacles is a store, a community, a way of life, if you will. You see, without Arcane Spectacles, I couldn't do my brows right now. But you know what you can do with Arcane Spectacles? You can get spell slot trackers. You can get other things such as dice sets, dice vaults. You want some potion bottles because some people can't do the brows naturally. They need a little bit of juice to do it. And you know what can keep the juice for you? A potion bottle from Arcane Spectacles. Okay. You also, hey, it is July, and we all know that's Christmas in July. You know what's always good for Christmas? Gift cards. And you know who has gift cards? Arcane Spectacles. You can go to Arcane Spectacles and get a gift card for your friends or your family or the person who does your brows, unless you do them yourself, like me. Then get one for yourself because you're worth it, like L'Oreal says. So shop.arcanespectacles.com for all of your spectacle needs. Paladin, back to you.
And y'all give me shit.
No. We go into this expecting whatever comes out of my mouth. What came out of your mouth? No, ma'am.
Like we kind of have a set limit of expectations for what CB will throw out there. With you, it's some wild magic stuff, buddy.
Oh, wait, before we throw it back at Paladin, I forgot to also talk about our friends at Idle Champions. You can go to Idle Champions many different places. Wait, you can play Idle Champions at many different places, such as your Switch, your phone, your computadora. I don't know what computer in Tagalog is, but you can do it that way too. The code this week to get an Electrum chest in Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms is currently in chat, and it's also on the screen. It is TAOS dash thing SHIV dash thing PROF. So that's Taos Shiv Prof.
What did the professor do?
He had a shiv, and he went to Taos. Is that a place? That's not a place.
No. Yeah. Look at you playing GeoGuessr.
Hey. But again, you can go into the chat and get the code right now. Every Friday, actually, when this show is live, and get a code for Idle Champions to get an Electrum chest, to get cool stuff and play cool things. Now, Paladin, back to you.
Yeah. By the way, computer in like Cebuano is just like computer. It's too modern of a word to have like a formal word for it. Anywho, with all that out of the way, time for some Tampo. So
Hello.
last we played Tampo, our four adventurers were at a dinner hosted by Teo and Gami, two dwarves living in the hub's trade city of Araga. Their adoptive daughter had fled and had gone to the marketplace to assault a drummer, um, which Pilar had left to try and calm her down. But while she is away, what are the three of you doing? Teo is done cleaning up, and he's heading back to the library.
And we are following, at least Manalo's following. Our
Oh yeah.
original mission was to come and go to the library to find more information about different things.
Okay. The three of you head back to the library, wherein Teo rekindles the different torches around the library to relight it. Being so deep into the earth, there's no natural light here except for the small sliver near the opening. So fire is needed to see around here if you don't have any form of dark vision. Because the reading here is carved into bamboo, Manolo, you're able to sense out and read the different writings here.
Okay.
But as Teo goes back to his duties, what do the three of you do?
Well, we're looking for some stuff, so I'll probably probably get see if Teo could point us maybe to the direction of books about the Maiden of Blood.
Teo looks a little uncomfortable with you bringing that up, asking that you're looking for that.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. He leaves. He leaves, heading down into the different large stone stacks holding the bamboo scrolls, and comes back a good 10 minutes later with a single scroll. He sets it down and rolls it out for you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sure. Unrolling it, you can start to read. No one really knows why the Maiden of Blood formed, but her beginning is tied to a love story. Specifically, the love between Pagtuga, Panganoran, and this pronunciation, Magayon. Pagtuga was a warrior who wanted Magayon's hand in marriage, who Magayon was the daughter of a Datu. And Panganora was just a warrior from her respective village who simply loved Magayon. In the end, Magayon fell in love with Panganoran, and a heart-rent Pagtuga set to fight against Panganoran. In the end, Magayon and Panganoran died, having one being wounded by Pagtuga and the other taking her life in grief. Pagtuga left into the forest and in her grief turned into a stone. but it's believed that the Maiden of Blood formed from the deaths of Magayon and Anganora. Their blood seeping into the earth, filled with regret and rage and malice, forming into the Maiden of Blood, Galitni Magayon.
Really quickly, can you say that you have the two different P names, but I'm making sure I'm hearing the end of it. I wrote Panganora, but I don't think that's what you said.
Let me type it out for you.
Panganoron. I wasn't sure if I was hearing an or own. That's what I was trying to figure out. Thank you.
On.
On. Yep. I actually spelled it basically right too. Good. Thank you.
But this is a rather sparse scroll. A lot of these different scrolls are either 4 times or 5 times as large. And this one is relatively small for such a very heavy historical tale.
And we also found out that the Maiden of Blood isn't even on Talunan or in Uraga, sorry.
Correct.
They're
somewhere
elsewhere
else?
on the same island, I think.
On
Yes.
the same island? Okay, on the same island. Okay. Did we find out where, or did they just say somewhere
Near
else?
Baga.
Near Baga? I did not write that down. That's what I was trying to figure
Yeah,
out. Thank you.
It's basically kind of, the other side of the island.
Yeah, you have 3 settlements on Talunan, Iraga, where you are at, Dion, which is near a valley where they are just heavily into farming, and Baga at the bay.
So, how, refresh my memory, I think I'm just a little bit full from lunch. How is the Maiden of Blood connected to this individual that we're pursuing again? Oh, had way too much.
Nantog mentioned that they were coming to Talunan
To meet a lady.
to meet a lady. But did they mention the Maiden of Blood?
I was given information.
You were given information about that. We didn't know about that until you said something about it.
Right.
But was it in conjunction with Nantog?
Yes.
Okay.
The 3 spirits told me that he was going to aggravate her, essentially.
Oh, yes. And they will try to claim the volcano.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I did write that down. He will call her, antagonize her, demand her for promise and love. Oof. Big oof. This is why you write notes, y'all. But the issue I still foresee, or at least is not settling in my mind, is what is their connection to anyone else? They were part of the group, at least, that wore the mask. And then the mask, sorry, 1 second. The mask had crabs on them, or did they have serpents on them?
Serpents.
Serpents, but they had
serpents.
crab tattoos or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the palm.
On the palm.
Mhm.
They had serpentine masks, at least there was something similar to it. And they also had within their palms the symbol of a crab or something. How does that tie to the Maiden of Blood? If it does.
Yes, I recall when I spoke to Kamatayan, I was told that we would find the answers who we're chasing here.
Mm.
But I am less certain what specifically to look for. That may be a much more tedious search. So I thought we would start with something a little more tangible. We may have to spread out and look to try and find about the identity of non-Tog and whatever that entails.
Can I approach Teo and ask, are there any records of people more recently aligning themselves with the likes of Tampo Kano, right?
That's the crab, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
With Tampo Kano and also with the likes of Aswangs, like Malakats, or anybody who has what's the word? Befriended them.
Teo gives you this very incredulous look of just a little like as can you roll me an insight check? I don't want to give anything away for free, but can you roll me an insight check?
I can't. It was 14.
14. He looks as if he's very like insensitized that you're making such a very fucked up joke.
I'm just trying to figure this out.
Sure. No is the answer. No. We don't have records of that anywhere here. If there are such records, they're very, very recent or not written down.
You seem to be, as Manalo kind of steps forward, you seem to be a learned individual. I will pose a, what is the word? I will pose a hypothesis. Why? Well, not why. If someone is tied potentially to Tom Bonacano, potentially to Bakanoa, potentially to the Maiden of Blood, what do you believe would be the outcome of such a thing?
A lot of people dying?
That's very good. Now let's think. We told you a story at lunch. We told you and your family that we're here to stop some terrible things happening. That we came from Josh. Use your brain. We came from Adlato. And
Nope.
No, we did not.
No.
We came. No. Shush. We came.
Putawana?
Shush.
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. All right. I can read a map. We came from
Agosan.
Yeah. We came from Putawanan, where a festival had been interrupted and some people died. We are pursuing a lead, so to speak, and we're trying to tie all of the pieces together. Is there anything you could help us with that? We're working with very limited information here.
You would want to talk to someone who keeps track of who comes and goes, maybe? You'd want to keep track of people who have been exiting the city as of late, or people who wanted anything odd made in case they're trying to go up the mountain.
The second one would be probably more efficient than the first because, as we know, they have the ability to take on someone else's appearance.
Yes, that's true.
Sure, but if they're trying to find the Maiden of Blood, there's, they'd be heading towards the bay. Not a lot of people head that way.
I was merely saying that checking who has come and gone from this place will not be as important because they could have been anyone coming in and anyone going out. But checking who has gone towards the bay and towards where the May and the Blood would be, that would be most important. Do you have in this library, just for my sake, any scrolls on Bakunoa and Tambanokano?
Several. Why?
Well, if they are connected, and potentially others are connected, it's just information I would like to know. I will have to have one of my two new friends to read it for me, but
as a reminder, all the bamboo scrolls are engraved.
they're engraved. Okay, you had mentioned that there was like something, but I don't know if it was actually like raised or anything. That makes more sense.
No, they're carved in.
Gotcha. Yep. Then I redact that. I say, I would like to know as much information as I can. There are also other things that will affect all of this. And based on what I learn, I will give more information as I see it is important. I am not trying to hide anything from you, but what I say could be very... a lot of people would be worried.
Sure. What specifically should I bring back? There's a lot of writing on the two of them.
The idea of a pact with either of them, the idea of power gained or given by any one of them, any potential organizations or cults or things of that nature dedicated to either of them, reasons why someone would either have the identifying visuals of them, or why one would dream about one of them destroying the world.
So less historical takes.
Yes.
Sure. Personal accounts are rare, but we do have a couple. You might try asking my husband about it. He's had first experience with one of them.
Particularly surrounding the the piece where someone like tries to serve one of them and gains power from one of them.
Yes.
I never would have guessed that.
Why would Gani have information of that sort?
He and our daughter first met when they were hunting down someone who had bargained with one of these monsters.
Who did Lagaya's dad serve? I don't remember. Okay. I don't remember. Anyway. Oh, well, if he has first-hand information, that would be nice, but I guess I was more looking at or thinking about if there were records or if anyone knew truly about cultists, or I don't want to use that word, or just the people who would want to gather in one of their names to do bad things.
We have some written accounts of that. One moment. And Taylor's gone for a good 20 minutes searching. Do y'all talk or do y'all just like stand in silence during that time?
I think, yeah, I mean, I look over in their direction. I'm unsure if we will get much information here, and that is kind of disappointing. I would assume that the great Bamboo Library would have many things, but it seems like each time we ask about one thing, we are told to go somewhere else.
Told us to come here. I didn't write that down.
I think there's got to be something that will give us an idea of who we're up against while we're here.
Are there like markers or not markers, but like symbols or titles like on shelves and stuff to kind of look at like an area? Like when you go to a bookstore and it says like sci-fi or something?
All right, is this the Dewey Decimal System? Is this something else? What are we looking at?
There's no Dewey Decimal System here.
Damn it.
Most of the library is divided up into first-hand accounts, which is the section that Teo is going through, and then what looks to be there's a carving of different like islands, and it seems to be divided by different land masses and then first-hand accounts.
I'm trying to recall, and this is Josh, just out of game memory, not being phenomenal. Were we given any specific clues as to what we needed to look at while we were here?
I'm looking at
when I spoke with Kamatayan.
Okay, with Kamatayan, never mind.
Repeat the question for me.
Was Dai given anything specific in terms of like a starting point for the information that he was told would be found here? I just Josh's brain is struggling to remember if I was given anything specific.
Nothing specific.
Okay.
Was it Kamatayan that told us to come to the library though?
Yes.
Okay.
I had asked about the identity of the individual that we're following, Nontog, and Kamatayan said that we would find our answers here.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just looked through my notes and there's some things I can ask that I haven't asked yet. That would be very important to ask. But I didn't write it down, and I thought I did. So this is on me. Paladin, you don't have to hint at anything you don't want to hint at. We can find out. But Nontog, when he held me with Pilar, we knew that he was selling incense to leave, and we knew he wanted to get a bigger boat. Did he specifically mention why he was going, even as Nontog to Pilar's father? I thought he mentioned why he was going to Talunan, and I don't remember what, and I didn't write it down.
He mentioned better trade.
Better trade. But that was probably him in his charade versus actually what he was looking for. Okay. All right. The downside of having too many notes. Like, where are you? And I will say, I do recall when I interact with we should really learn his name. Nontog is a good descriptor, but I do not believe it is actually their true name. But when he used his magic upon me and I could not move, I got a scent. He smelled like he had drowned, like salty water and blood. But he was not hurt. I wonder if there are a creature or a person or being who would have someone give off that particular scent. And we know the Malakat also smelled like seawater, but this was different. A bit.
I was just going to say maybe we look for types of creatures who have the same abilities that this non-tog does.
All we really know is that it can change its appearance.
Hey, Paladin, I'm asking a lot of questions. Something we actually never asked before, though. When someone uses like spirit dice or anything like to like amplify, is it not obvious, but like, is it something that you can tell that they're like amplifying their abilities using like a spirit, or is it something that's kind of just innate and happens?
You know, we've never talked about it before. It's never been discussed as whether or not there's a visual cue for it. But you know what? Let's say that there is.
Okay. I appreciate that, because I was wondering about that. I will say, I noted when they attempted to, well, not attempted, they did restrain me. There was I could sense a presence, or I could sense them channeling something. Like they enhance their own power.
I can do that.
That would at least cross off a couple of possibilities, because not everyone can enhance themselves.
Manala, can you please roll me a perception check?
I thought you were about to say a wisdom saving throw. I really did. I can do that with a little bit of guidance. 1 second. I am so weird when it comes to my dice. If they're not in the right spot, I can't use them. All right. Okay. I'm almost done. I'm here. Okay. Perception check.
No?
That was bad. No, it's not bad. It's not bad at all, actually. It's a 15. I just rolled really low.
15? Okay, cool.
I rolled really low.
You recall that night in your head, thinking hard on when Nontog did tap you. And you recall that at the time, you thought this was a shudder, like them just like shivering in the cold. But you recall now that part of their skin was peeling back. And where the skin was peeled back and removed from, there wasn't anything for you to sense. But their hands still touched you.
Wait, repeat that?
You didn't sense any mass beneath the skin. But their hand still touched you. You still felt a pressure from the hand tapping you.
Was their hand... So, like, I'm sorry, visual. Their hand had peeled back, or was their skin peeled back around the hand?
The skin peeled back.
But I didn't feel... It didn't seem like there was anything underneath the skin, but something still touched me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like that. The Bible said, don't know. Gotcha.
The Bible ain't here to help you now.
Yes, it is. Is there a Bible in the Philippines? I'm gonna need it to be for this. Fuck that.
Guy has just converted to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Is Teo back yet at this point?
No, Teo's still looking around for personal records First-hand accounts. For the record, what Teo's job is like right now is, imagine if you went to like AO3 and put in the tag for like Sherlock Holmes, and then you had to sort out all the Sherlock Holmes stuff in AO3.
That's fair.
Okay, but also we narrowed it down a tiny bit. So it's like only the Sherlock Holmes, from like the years 2000 to 2020.
Imagine you wanted to look up one specific thing in that fandom, but like there was no formal tag for it. No one had used a tag for it, so you had to like parse through briefly each one to find what you needed.
Good. Hey, you know what? At least he's earning his paycheck today.
With the information I now remember and recall, do I get the idea that they were like a spirit with flesh, or like a spirit inhabiting a body?
Spirits, even when they're using some form of incorporeality, still have a presence. There was nothing there. I didn't
detect that. What the dick? Okay. I was thinking, you are, Babylon, you understand spirits more than anyone here, and Gaita, you have the experience and the ability to connect with the Black River, which potentially gives you more knowledge as well. When Nantog touched me without consent, it was not a good thing. I realized that part of their skin, or the flesh, was no longer there, or at least it was pulled back in a way. But I did not feel, I did not sense anything beneath. Not like a spirit, not like someone inhabiting a body. It was empty, and yet it still touched me.
Have
any idea?
Ever heard of anything like this, Paladin?
The closest thing you have is when a spirit, while it's using a kind of spirit form, taps them on the shoulder. That's the closest thing you got. But even then, there's still some semblance of mass.
Right. Do I know anything about like this non-physical entity that also doesn't have any kind of mass whatsoever?
Yeah, actually, you do know something like that. You're a Bayan.
Okay. All right. I look at Hari real hard. Hari, you any idea what that might be? Being able to communicate with me and all that. You could relay information. Thoughts about that? Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do my vessel for the spirits. My Abayan shares my space, gives me advantage on checks about historical stuff. Just anyways, Hari, do the thing. Any idea, anything whatsoever.
Hardy looks a little lost, like you. Less stammering because Hardy doesn't talk, but
he could talk if he wanted to.
Hardy doesn't really have like any. Hardy looks confused, as a little like confused as you.
What's going on? Because I'm assuming that Dai hasn't. He's just talking right now. He hasn't really told us.
Oh yeah. Try to touch Hari. Do it. Try to pet him.
Okay.
Your hand goes through the bird.
Manalo, is that what it felt like? And I'll kind of like gently guide.
Omega and Manalo have like the red lines on the wall right now. As I'm like, that's effing me up. Because yes, abayans don't necessarily have like something physical about them. They're spirits, but they're not. But they still can touch you, like when Da'ai or another Babayan casts a spell through them.
Right.
Can an Abayan take the form of a human?
That's
That's
the thing
what's
is,
effing me up right now. Were they an Abayan just being used?
but in my experience, right, limited experience, Paladin, correct me on this if I'm wrong. A Bayan can't change their appearance.
No.
They're
they
one
can't.
thing.
They typically have one form that forms up when they're created from the magic of a new Babylon.
Mm.
There's no records about them changing forms.
Typically, it has to be like a beast of some kind. You couldn't make your Abayan take the form of a shapeshifter, for instance.
But what forms? I don't know if you have the answers. Perhaps there's something in the library. What is the principal idea, spiritual or metaphysical? I don't know which one it would be at this moment. But what is the central idea of forming an Abayan? They are a magic that has come together to create a form.
Right. They're kind of a manifestation, so to speak.
Does that mean there are other ways beings can be formed, a manifestation of something, not necessarily from an Babylon, but for something else, like a potential celestial eater or a maiden of blood who smells like blood, I assume, and also water?
That is a very good question. And I don't have an answer for you.
We are probably doing that thing where we are overthinking a situation, but something tells me this is something we should hang on to.
No, I think clearly, with no good research whatsoever to base our opinion on, we have stumbled upon the absolute truth, which is that Nantog is an Abayan of a celestial eater. That is exactly what has happened. We're done. We don't need to read the scrolls. Tell Teo to put them all back. We're good.
I may not be the smartest, but I do not think that is the absolute answer.
No, I don't think it's the absolute answer. That was a joke.
I did not understand the joke.
Okay, I'll stop joking.
You do not have to stop joking. It just has to be a joke that makes sense. Maybe it did make sense and I just did not catch it.
It was kind of like an ironic joke more than anything else.
I do not think I understand irony. That is probably the problem.
So when something is like metallic, it's irony. Never mind. I'm
a
sorry.
joke can be metallic. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
All jokes are metallic. Thank you for letting me know this.
Would any of us know, just based off of like what happens there or the way that people celebrate it or tradition, culture, stories, like any of that stuff about like the benefit of taking over the volcano here? Like, is there like a thing there that's important? Is there like, I mean, obviously, other than like the spirits, but is there like a reason to take it?
Not that you're aware of.
Okay. So we're looking for a creature that is not entirely corporeal, who can shapeshift, cast spells, and had to take the form of someone that they had already killed. Correct?
That seems to be as accurate of a description as we can come up with.
I feel
And-
like they are one of a kind, since we have never heard of such a thing before. But
Maybe.
the question is, why?
As soon as Teo gets back, we could ask him to look into that.
Teo does eventually come back, and he has, for all his searching, 3 scrolls.
We each
Okay.
take one?
Yes, and before we start reading them, I tell him this whole thing about the creature that's not corporeal but can take the form of creatures that it's previously encountered, possibly killed. There, but not actually there. Anyways, when you're done looking for that, we'll probably be done reading these. Thank you.
I overheard, he points to the scroll that Gaita has. That's the closest thing we have.
Oh, so
Let's
the
get
other
to
two
reading.
about the Bakanoan and is that
Yes.
it's just all?
Yes.
Well, I would expect there to be more. Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. It's very good. It's very good. You only have what you have. I'll begin reading my scroll.
Okay.
I'll read mine as well.
So, both of y'all roll a d6. Gaita 2.
6.
3.
Oh.
Gonna start with Gaita.
Mm-hmm.
Gaita, you have the smallest scroll out of the 3.
Mm-hmm.
And it reads, "We had been traveling for only a few days, but in that time, we grew stronger. Is the act of saving people or the act of harming evil, which one has been more beneficial to growth and power? Is the act of saving others from harm what gave me access to higher magic? Or was it the act of preventing future harm what helped me? I went to the boar hunt just seeking knowledge from the Bylon Bear, working on a pilgrimage around the islands to learn more. But in my short time, I became powerful. More than I thought would be possible in maybe a week's time. My home came under attack, and the 4 of us went there. I found some measure of peace when we stopped him. And for a moment, one moment, I reached down like I always had and touched fur. Was it the act of saving others, of stopping evil, what allowed me to do this? Or was it that for a moment, all of my worries all of my stresses for one moment left me, and I could touch Bayani again. Signed, Talarok.
Oh, wait, I know him.
Who?
My Talarok. We'll get to that later. I know him. We meet up every couple of years at Babylon Con.
I don't know what that is. I continue reading.
Going over to your scroll, Manalo, it begins with, they had knives, cruel, wicked things made of bone, spiked on one end closer to them, and sharp on the end pointed towards us. They posed themselves as strangers, postured themselves as unknown threats. They scuffed their voices, held themselves tall, squared their shoulders, growled even. But I knew them. These were my neighbors. These were my friends. The week prior, I had helped one of them prepare dinner. One of them I played tops with every night for a year. And they postured themselves as strangers to me. When I slew them, I had to feel nothing. And once they were done, I felt sorrow. My home was now smaller. My village was now smaller. And for what? What purpose did this serve, if not to cause more grief? I question the point of bonding yourself to others if you don't know for certain that they won't be monsters again, or monsters in the future. What's the point of trusting if it's going to be betrayed? I pondered. It's been 20 years since then, and I'm still thinking about whether or not if there was something we could have done for them. Could we have helped them with some unknown misery? Was there some grief that lay remaining? Did they have to avenge someone, or were they just selfish? And should I think ill of them in that moment when they held the knives, or in that moment when they were on the ground? Desperation can turn animals into any of us. But what makes someone so desperate as to bargain with the end of the world?
Desperation can make what if any of us?
Animals.
Thank you.
And this is signed Juni. Juni.
Okay, that's a good ass quote. So I'm just like, I gotta write that down perfectly.
And I. Yours opens up with kind of the first few letters of it are written out, but they're written out poorly. Like when you read someone's letter and they have to they write something out in pen and then cross it out, and write something else down, then cross it out. It seems like someone had trouble starting up their scripture here. But it starts out as, I don't want to keep doing this. I don't want to keep finding people. I don't want to keep knowing. My mother offered me to make jewelry with her, and I wanted so desperately to say yes, but something in me didn't. My father, he offered to teach me how to smith, but I couldn't say yes. I have had chances to leave what I do for years now, and each time I want to say yes, but I still say no. I have every opportunity to leave violence behind, every chance to wake up and know with some certainty that I'm not going to have to put someone away and give them to the Black River. But each day I wake up and I continue. Each day I wake up and I move forward towards that goal. But I don't know what that goal is anymore. I don't know what the point of me doing this is anymore. And I think that makes me bad. I think that ruins me. I am dangerous, and I am powerful, and if I'm not careful, I can harm a great many people. As it is, I could crush someone's skull with a hand. If I move fast enough, I can take down a Bunisness with just my body. And if ever I felt nothing towards people, I could harm so many of them. It makes sense then why it spoke to me, why it offered me a measure of peace as long as I acted on its behalf. If I just said yes, if I just accepted their help, they said they would take away the regret. I've lived a long time learning to say no, and it scares me that I almost said yes. I almost said yes to the end of the world. I almost said yes to a nightmarish, dreamless thing. And this is signed Aleya. Aleya.
Interesting. I don't know exactly what to make of all this. Maybe there's precedent that something has called a creature to themselves in this way before, but it seems like the individual that I've read about was still a person. They said no to whatever that call, that desire for more power is. So I suppose we don't know what would happen if they had said yes. But it seems clear that there is something powerful, but also terrifying. Maybe including a sense of loss when one of these entities seems to request servitude and you accept it. If I'm understanding the one that you read correctly there, Manalo, seems as though they lost their personhood. They ceased to be people and became creatures, monsters even.
As the eye is talking, Manalo just kind of thinks. You could tell there's something written on his face, but he didn't know how to say it until he finally speaks. We were I'm saying this to Teo. Sorry. We were visited by the Kumakatak, the spirits. And if I remember correctly, they are spirits of fate or of destiny, or they speak about death and things that have been or are to come. When they spoke to me, they were incapacitated, potentially on the verge of death, impaled with the fangs of a serpent. And when I tried to figure out why, they said that I was a weapon for her. But they didn't say who. They called me a hero, a father, a trickster, a husband. Things I do not know about myself potentially before I am what I am now. And there is also a spirit or an entity living within the golden death mask upon my head. When I spoke to them, they mentioned that they should not be bothered. That someone is, potentially the spirit themselves, prevented the eye from gaining further knowledge about what it is. And they mentioned that my name, Manalo, was technically theirs, but I don't know what that would mean. Do you have any idea or have heard of anything like this before? I specifically ask because I begin to wonder, and as he's speaking, you see the black veins begin to pulse all over his face and his arms. I begin to wonder if who I was before also made a pact with someone. Made a deal out of, I don't know if it was desperation, but if they were a weapon, what was they a weapon for? And why am I here now and not them? I do not know. He just kind of sits there because he doesn't know who's going to respond, if anybody's going to respond.
There's not any record of someone who has made a deal with a celestial leader or anything, and then
All roads lead
survives.
towards Baccanoa, considering I also saw a red sky with scales and blood in this vision. But I don't know why. I am curious, Teo, if there's any record or if you know of anyone who would have more information on such a thing. If that's even been.
On Bakanawa?
No. On. On someone who would have made a deal with Baccanoa or something similar. I also thought the Maiden of Blood for a moment because blood was mentioned as well, but I do not believe the Maiden of Blood has scales.
No, she does not. I can look, but I'm telling you, I don't think I'm going to have anything for you.
Then it would seem we must go elsewhere.
Sure.
And Manalo literally just turns around and leaves because he doesn't find this place useful.
You see Teo, you sense Teo like kind of thinking hard, and then heading into the stacks.
Are these two that you have provided about the celestial moon eaters? Are they recent?
Sorry, repeat that for me.
The records that the scrolls that were given about the two celestial moon eaters, are they recent?
From the stacks, Teo calls out, yes, actually, one of them was from 2 months ago.
Which one?
The one that starts off weird, like they thought of how to start it and then they didn't, and then they did.
Thank you.
And after about a minute, Teo, who made some decent rolls finally, comes back with a box. He sets it upon the table and opens it up, and inside there is a small bamboo scroll.
What is this, Teo?
We have a lot of things here.
Sure. It's a
a
very
lot of
large
things.
library.
That I am constantly sorting.
Yes.
A lot of information here, but it's not an account from someone who made a deal, but it's an account from someone who spoke with someone who made a deal. A conversation.
Yeah, it may be helpful.
Maybe.
I'll take a look at it. No.
You open it up. And you begin to read. It took a while to have them talk like themselves. They spent days aboard the flotilla, just sitting there. They ate nothing we offered, drank nothing we gave, but they were still nourished. After a few days, I went down to talk with them, and they were calm. too calm. I knew them to be like Lagaya's father, touched, corrupted, dangerous. I wanted to learn more about the bargain that these people made. If there was some way to break it, some way to remove it, a way to undo words. There's nothing you can do to remove words that have been spoken. And I hoped in vain that there was some way to break these ones. But I spoke with them. They had regret over what they had what they had done. They spoke of how they wished they hadn't killed so many people, hadn't ruined so many people's lives. But they also said they'd do it again, if need be. How, if things came down to the same moment, to the same people, they would do it all over again, just to have their satisfaction. They have a spell that I can't understand. A cruel thing. All it does is harm. A single burst of harm. There is no utility to it like Firebolt. There's no understanding to it like Spirit Dart. It's cruelty in a cantrip. This person, they swim as a shark. This person, they hunted dozens of people at the behest of Bakunoa. She says a name and this person finds them. And I asked why. What on earth, what in all of the world would cause them to make this sort of deal? And they said the world was already cruel to them. They said the world deserved nothing. It wanted nothing. And it didn't matter, because now they could feel nothing at all. I wanted to understand this, and I can't. And I think I'm better for not understanding. I don't want to understand this emptiness. We spoke for a few more days, talking about their upbringing, talking about where they had come from, talking about when they made the bargain. They said they took a boat out to sea, where they heard her voice the loudest, and then they swam down. There's a place in the waters where you can breathe in the water itself, where it acts just like air. You can swim through it, you can drink it, but you can breathe it too. And if you swim down far enough, if you swim down devoted enough, she will talk to you. She'll be glad for your service. And she will give you, they called it Eldritch. The magic that Bakunoa gives is eldritch in nature. And Bakunoa gave them this power freely. A tool for harm and tools to facilitate murder, so long as they never stop performing their duties. After a few days, we knew that I couldn't let them back out, and we both knew that they wouldn't change. So I had to kill them. They understood. They said they understood for days. But it still is like a weight on my chest that I couldn't fix this. Maybe there are things you can't fix. Things you can only watch break. I think then that it becomes all the more important to fix what you can. Because some things are destined to break. Signed, Abtique.
Cool. Cool. Um, well, this one is interesting. Um,
She was a person who traveled with my husband, you know.
I was just thinking about that. There's an interesting line in here. It says, talking about the person that they had caught, it says that they were like Ligaia's father. What does that mean? Is that talking about Gunny?
No. The Gaia's birth father.
Hmm.
The first thing the two of them ever did was hunt and kill him.
Her father.
Yes.
And he was. What does it mean when Abtik says like Ligaia's father? What does that mean?
Gani doesn't talk much about it, but the Gaia's father had made a bargain with something. It helped him do a lot of harm to a lot of people.
Interesting. No idea what.
Repeat that?
No idea what.
No. I assume it is a thing with feathers.
Interesting. I feel like there's a lot of information here, and I just don't have the ability to put it together.
Maybe. I don't know. Manalo. as you're leaving the library, you start making your way through Araga. Your passive perception is 17, correct?
Yes.
Cool, thank you. Okay. One moment here. Just gotta pull this up. Thank you. Okay, you feel just this rending claw against your thigh. AC of 16, both hit. We're gonna grab our friendly D8 and D10.
I assume this is a sneak attack, not a sneak attack, but like a surprise attack.
Yes.
So it's nothing. Hold on. Can you give me the damage separately, please?
Sure.
Oh, wait. Nope. Never mind. Doesn't matter. I was looking for a specific wording.
Okay. So that is going to be first clawed for 5 points of damage, slashing. And the other claw is going to hit you for 9 points of slashing damage, as there's this great feline roar as a claw just slashes across your thigh.
Now, question.
Yes.
No one else is screaming. No one else is making any sound other than typical Iraga sounds, I would assume, which makes me go, was this attack? Was this something? Were they looking? Did it seem like this? Whoever it's attacked was going specifically for me, or I was the first choice they saw?
Can you roll me a perception check?
That is a Mathiana 24.
24. You hear very quietly screaming, but it seems remote and far away. Like it sounds like dozens of people are screaming wholeheartedly in abject terror, but they sound miles and miles away.
That's weird. That's strange.
As strange as the tiger who just clawed you.
Yeah, and I'm going to attack it back if I can.
You can, after we come back from break.
Asshole.
We'll see y'all in about 10 minutes. Stretch, get some water, and we'll be back in 10. Bye.
This video was sponsored by Hit Point Press and their Big Bad Booklet series. The Big Bad Booklet is a monthly zine by Hit Point Press about boss monsters for 5th edition. This month, meet Ranbir, a demon who sows violence and chaos to satiate himself. Will you feed into his bloody desires, or can you starve Ranbir before he gets too powerful? Subscribe today at bigbads.com.
Hey everybody, what's up?
Sorry, this is was that like and this is Lagaya. She can hit stuff too with passion.
Great, that's wonderful to hear.
We have one episode left, Paladin. You can kill my character. I fear no god.
Can you move a carabao?
No.
Roll 2 ones.
Wait! No! Hey! Oh, wait, hold on. Well, I'm gonna give that to you.
Hello, we are asking around to find the Datu. Would you be willing to assist us in this?
What?
I will pick up one end of the mast.
And I'll get the other.
Yeah, I gotta keep the cage though. And he just kind of dumps like 5 or 6 crabs onto the deck of your ship.
Good. I'll use the blunt end. I'm just gonna hold them.
Disappointed dad vibes. No.
Absolutely.
Ever since that hunt weeks ago, you can breathe easy. You've done good. You've saved many. The world continues on, and your stories continue elsewhere. And that is what we'll call it for the year.
Hey, what's up? My name is Josh. You might know me from the super popular D&D actual play show called Tampo. And hey, who do I have with me today?
You have Paladin with you.
What are we doing here, Paladin? Why are we in the car together?
Well, you see, I'm fleeing Chicago.
Anyways, we're doing a road trip. And you might see some other familiar faces along the way. See y'all later. Hey everyone, we've made our first pit stop. As you can see, Paladin is asleep back there, but we've picked up a new friend.
Hi, everyone. This was sprung on me quite suddenly. I don't really know what to do.
That's totally fair. But Paladin, he did tell you that he's paying us for this, right?
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. Paladin, I thought you were sleeping. You were sleeping when you came to get me.
I awoke to a nightmare.
Thanks for catching up with us, and we'll see you next update.
What do you mean paid?
We're here to pick up the next person. Let's go.
Knock, knock.
Hello.
What's up?
Frumple, come out.
Nope.
Nope, he's gone.
He said, nah, bitch, I don't want that.
He's gone.
Welcome to day 2 of our Tampo scenic little road trip. Here, we're just cruising through. I have no idea what state we're in right now.
I don't either. Hold on.
Don't let me navigate for you. Okay, this is the most important update. About 2 minutes ago, Latia and I saw some cows on the side of the highway.
Sure did.
And it was delightful. I've told everyone about this game that I used to play called Hey Cow, where when you're driving, if you see a cow, you roll down the window and you yell, Hey Cow.
And
If they look at you, you get points.
for the record, Josh wanted to roll down the window, but CB threatened to stab him with a pencil.
Yeah. I've been told in no uncertain terms that I have to keep the windows rolled up at all times. So we will be playing Stealth Hey Cow, and I expect to get 0 points.
Here, we'll show you the vastness of the planet. I think we're kind of riding the Missouri-Nebraska border or something like that. I don't know.
But wait, no, it's Florida Georgia Line. That's the name of the band.
No, Josh, no.
So, we're driving through the state of South Dakota. And if you've ever never been in the state of South Dakota, there are like 1,001 signs for this place called Wall Drug. There's one up here. Wall Drug. Anyways.
Wall drug is everything you need and everything you don't need.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. We made it into a little place just north of Billings last night. Super late after some snowfall and some back roads, mountain passes. I don't know. Anyway, so we got a little. It's a little snowy today. But yeah, we're just chilling.
I'm feeling splendiferous. I'm
Excellent.
feeling amazing. I'm feeling caffeinated. I'm feeling my oats. I'm feeling alive. I'm feeling 22. I'm feeling,
Excellent. Hey, cow!
Here we go.
looked at you?
One did.
You got a point. Hey, what's up, everyone? We have successfully made it through the Rocky Mountains, thanks to some clutch driving, mostly from Latia. It was excellent. It was good driving. And we are now, we made it through also the state of Idaho, and are successfully in the state of Washington. We decided to stop very quickly. We need to pick up dice. As you can see, Latia has dice. What you got there, CB? You got some dungeon tiles. Hell yeah. Very cool. And
oh, hey folks.
oh, hey. Hey, what's up? It's Michael Kritz. Hello there.
It's me, Michael Kritz.
Hello. Hey. Great to see you.
Just in my natural working environment, you know, just stocking things.
Lich Daddy.
Lich Daddy in the house. What's up?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Saki, did we make it? Did we arrive? I think we're here. Saki, hold up. Let me come around the corner. I'll. Hey, Saki, did we make it? To be fair, I think he's scared of his own shadow, so. We made it.
Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Tampo, where Manalo is fighting a tiger.
Yes.
Can I please get some initiative?
No. No.
No?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, shucks.
Initiative! That's a good old 22.
A 22? That's spicy as fuck.
It's a little bit spicy.
Like medium spice.
Like Old Spice?
No, we already had some of that.
No, we didn't have Old Spice at all. We had like synthetic spice and synthetically odd, weird new spice. Not Old Spice.
It was synthetic spice. Synthamin.
Valid.
Okay, and let me roll. Ooh, okay. So, Manalo, you're up first. It's a fucking tiger.
It's a fucking tiger. It is a fucking tiger. That is true. I'm going to stab this thing because it's right next to me. I'm going to see it and go, I was looking for Gunny. I was not looking for a creature. But you attacked me and I don't know why. So I would say I'm sorry, but I'm probably not. And I flick the dagger that's in my sheath into my hand, and I seek to get it right in his neck as best as I can. Ow! Why? The microphone hit me. Does a... I'm about to say 30. No, lies. Does a 21 hit?
21 does hit a tiger, yes.
I don't know. Cool. That's going to be 8 points of piercing damage.
8 points. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to immediately back away. You see the veins of my face begin to pulse as I cunning action disengage. Get away from this thing, and as I do, can it make a wisdom saving throw?
It sure can. 16.
Oh, I think that's saved. Yeah, that's saved. It takes half though.
Okay.
Why do you got so much wisdom? It's a tiger.
It's got a +1.
Okay, tiger replica. That is 6 points.
6 points.
Psychic damage. As I move back 30 feet, but I just like get in a posture waiting for this thing.
Which direction do you go towards? Do you go towards the library, away from the library? Perpendicular to the library?
I just go, if I was walking a direction and this thing, wherever way this thing came at me, I'm going to go the other way just to get some space between us.
Okay. So head towards Gandhi, you would have left the library and then turned right. So it came at you from the left.
So yeah, then I'll continue to the right to just get a little bit of space as I prep and wait for this.
Okay. You move 30 feet?
Yes, I do.
You move 30 feet, and it's as if your ears finally popped, and you hear the city of Araga in full-blown panic.
What made me have a sensory overload or issue?
How can I describe this without describing it? You moved a certain distance, and suddenly you could hear everything normally again.
So it seems like I was like in a pocket.
Yeah.
Okay. The minute I hear that, I'm like, what is happening? That it was just fine. We just had dinner. That's my turn. What?
That's your turn? Okay. Tiger's turn. Because you're more than 20 feet away from it, it is it is moving 20 feet straight towards you, and then attacking you with a claw.
Does it have a pounce ability?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I should have known that.
That hits. Can you please make me a strength saving throw?
I can certainly try. No.
No?
That is a 1. Not a natural 1. but a 1.
All right. And then as a bonus action, okay. It hits with both a claw and a bite.
Great.
That is going to be a grand total of 12 points of damage.
Oof. Okay. I scream out.
You scream out, and Aya and Gaita, can you make me a perception check?
It's more like a type of thing.
16.
16.
18.
Like secretary vibes right now. 16.
I was excited. I never rolled that high on perception.
What did you get, Josh?
An 18, sorry.
An 18. While you're looking through some of these scrolls, you hear
reaction, uncanny dodge. Sorry.
Oh, so which one?
Well, the first one that would have hit. I'm not going to metagame that.
Then the first one hit for 6 damage. They both hit for 6.
I will
mark
add,
off 3.
I will add 3 more up to me. Thank you.
You hear very faintly. It sounds like Manalo shouting in pain.
Oh, that's not good. Gaita, perhaps we should step outside very quickly as I begin to walk outside.
Okay. The two of you head outside, and you see just a little distance away, there's Manalo on the ground being assaulted by a tiger.
I'm
Now,
running.
You've seen what a tiger looks like before. You know, orange with black stripes, white underbelly. This tiger has this dark green pelt with these glowing blood red stripes.
Some He-Man shit.
The underside is just this complete black silhouette. It's that dark. And you hear just faint screaming from the rest of Araga, and there are dozens of these tigers chasing down people, attacking people in the city.
I'm heading towards Manalo. That's the first thing I'm doing.
Could I please get your initiative?
Yeah.
Would they get there in time, or will there be another round of stuff happening?
They might get there in time.
19 for me.
19? Okay. Oh, 1 for Gaita?
Technically, it would have been a 3, but it was a natural 1. So.
Oof.
Okay. Manalo, it's your turn.
Oh no. Okay. I'm on the ground.
Yep.
I will use half my movement to get up. I will immediately back away with my bonus action to disengage.
Okay.
It needs to make another wisdom saving throw, please. Thank you.
This time it only got an 8.
Yay! And I'm only going back about 15 feet. Just to give me some space, get a little bit of space. Ooh. 14 points of psychic damage.
Hot damn. All right.
And as I move back and you see my face beginning to pulse with the veins and the veins going down, my arms beginning to pulse as I breathe heavily and I say, I do not know what you are. Oh, you're a beast. Can you please stop as I cast an Eldritch Blast at them?
Okay. Please roll to hit.
I will try to hit. That's a crit.
Oh, fuck, okay. Roll some damage.
You're lucky I don't have Agonizing Blast. I should have Agonizing Blast.
Oh, we're borrowing rules from D4, so just max damage plus what you would roll.
19 points of force damage.
19 points of force. You blast this tiger in front of you. and you can feel the energy peeling away at its whole body with your magic, but it's still standing.
And I wait.
Dai, your turn.
Cool. Okay, so what's the weather like outside?
The weather outside? Oh, it's dark clouds.
Dark clouds, you say?
Yes.
Is there any rain by chance?
No rain currently.
Let's change that. Cool. I see the large clouds. You wouldn't describe the condition as stormy, would you?
No, I would not.
Okay. All right. I will, seeing this, I am going to take a very quick look at Hari, who is next to me. And I'll just be like, well, go do something about the sky. Come on. And Hari will fly up. As I run forward, I'm going to stay like 20 feet away from the tiger. I don't want to be anywhere near the tiger, but I want to be reasonably close to Manalo. And I'll be like, Hari! Now! And there's this little rumble as a blast of lightning comes out of the sky, striking the tiger and not Manalo. I'm going to have it land behind the tiger in such a way that it doesn't hit Manalo.
Okay. What's the DC?
Dexterity saving throw, DC 15, please.
Nat 20.
Okay. Fine. Fine. You can burn that nat 20 here. You'll take half damage. Half of 23 is 11? 12? 11?
11. Your lightning comes down and it hits this tiger and its form just dissipates. It's gone.
Cool. I am maintaining concentration on Call Lightning.
All I hear, I have a passive for 17. I hear its voice.
Yeah, the tiger is gone.
If that is you, Dai, thank you. I do not know why I was attacked by such a beast.
Neither do I.
Did it escape a cage of sorts?
We keep tigers in cages.
I don't know.
That seems inhumane.
Are there still other ones around?
There are dozens upon dozens in the city of Araga.
Is there like a point of origin that they seem to be coming from?
Can you roll me a perception check?
I can't.
Could I do the same? Or no?
Yes, because you have a wide sensory range.
Yeah.
It is an 8.
Mine will not be an 8. Mine will at least be a 7. Mine will not be an 8. Yeah. That's a 21. Wait,
So
no, lies. I can't math. 20. Okay.
20? Okay.
Like I told, just be like, where are they coming from? She has no idea.
Yeah. Manello, you can sense from the few that you can feel out, they're all coming from the direction of the Grand Smithy, the Grand Forge of Araga.
Isn't that where Gunny is? Where I was going? That seems problematic. We should come with me. And I'm going to bolt. I'm actually going to be moving at 120 feet as I use my bonus action to also dash. So I'm going to be almost get on like the all fours for just a second and get back up. And then
all right.
Yeah, I'm running with Manalo. I'm going.
I am also running, and as we go, anytime I can strike a tiger with lightning, I do it.
As you're running, you see different tigers of just different sizes. They're not all like the same buff consistency as the tiger that was assaulting Manalo, but you're able to help out the odd person here and there, either just to damage them or dissipate a tiger. And the three of you just haul towards Gani. Eventually, you make your way to this massive forge sitting out in the open. There's this wide clearing around it that's been set up and reserved for different people using it to hone their craft, to make weapons and armor, and all kinds of different trinkets and baubles. The forge itself is massive and shaped like a massive spiked and angry turtle. It has not one opening to the forge, but three, and all three of them are shaped like the turtles' heads. It's here that you see all these tables full of weapons, these racks, these stands, all knocked over and set off to the side. You see dozens of bodies on the ground, either trying to crawl away or motionless, and you see this massive molten figure holding a glaive, fighting against this unholy looking tiger.
The minute I get there, because I probably get there slightly before Gaita, because you have a good chunk of speed as a barbarian.
Yeah, I'm moving at like 80.
Yeah, but only because I'm dashing as well is the reason I'm getting there a little faster. But once I get there and I feel that molten heat and realize that's the same heat I felt back when Gani first entered, I put that together and I immediately see I sense the tiger. We don't know where they came from, but they attacked me too. And I instantly shoot an Eldritch Blast towards the spider. The spider? The tiger.
You fire off, and Manala, your senses reach out and give you an idea of what this tiger looks like. The first thing you notice is just the massive size to it. Its shoulders reach up to your shoulder height.
Okay.
And has this massive jaw that is trying to bite at Gani with.
Also, clarification. Sorry, I do not use an Eldritch Blast. I pull out my blowgun and I shoot with my blowgun.
Okay. It has these massive bone spikes coming out of its back, coming out of its shoulder blades, coming out of its knees, and coming out of its brow. Da'ai and Gaita, this tiger has this black overpelt, and it has these blood red stripes like its other ones. For its undertuft, it is this shifting, glimmering between blue and red and pink and green, making it kind of hard to really look at. But when it opened its mouth, it is as tiger as any other tiger, filled with massive fangs.
I imagine I'm still like panting and heaving and running behind everyone else because not only is my move speed less than everyone else because I'm short, but also I don't have the ability to dash as quickly as they do. And so, like Manalo's doing like 120 a round, Gaita's doing like 80 a round, I'm doing like 50 a round. I'm like,
if you don't have asthma already, fuck, you have it now.
Can I use Spirit Dice to give myself additional stamina? Just running.
Manalo, you said you were attacking? I can't hear you.
You're muted.
Wow. That somehow I did that on. Okay. Yeah. Ting ting. Does a 17 hit?
17 does hit.
Okay. I was That was a close one. Since Gani is there, that's also sneak attack. Jesus, shit. 15, 21, 25 points of damage. I rolled 3 5s and a 6.
Give me the total again, sorry.
Sorry, what did I say? 25 points of damage.
Okay. Oh my god.
What?
Nothing. This tiger turns its head, snapping over to you, and you all can see that it smiles.
Mm-hmm.
It's the curves of its mouth going up and wide, and it looks over at Gani and raises one paw, one sickle finger pointing at Gani and says, "Stay here." Dai and Gaito, you see this moment of chromatic light coming from its claw. Oh god. And Gani stops moving. Gani is upright and isn't moving. This tiger looks over at you again, Manalo, and walks calmly forward, rising up above you, and calls out, "Where is your armor?"
I am very confused as to why a beast is speaking to me right now.
I am no beast. I am Hali Ma, and I asked you a question.
You must forgive me. I do not know who a Hali Ma is. But if you would like to know where my armor is, I would have to counter and ask why you are going through all this trouble if all you wanted to know is where my armor was.
I ask twice. I ask a third time. Where is your armor?
Mo just looks down because he's wearing it. He's just, do you mean this?
Good. Hali Ma makes an attack.
Was I guess getting a attack because I got there, or was that like part of the round?
Part of his turn.
No. When I got there and attacked him, was that my turn, or was that just like an attack because I got there?
Attack because you got there.
Gotcha.
Like like the way I imagine it was, you moved, saw him, got your booking out, and then fired.
Gotcha. Okay, I was confirming because that was something else I wanted to do if I had the time, but I don't. That's what I do.
Yep. He hits you. Please roll me a strength saving throw.
Yeah, on these damn. No, that's an 18.
18.
Mm-hmm. Well, I say no, but I don't fucking know.
That's fair. Please take 6 points of damage.
Mathiana.
You are aware of this attack.
6 points of damage. Okay, cool. Even better.
Yeah.
I will uncanny dodge that, so I'm only at boom. Okay, thank you.
But as he hits you with a claw, the area behind you as well gets shredded. Gaita and I, please roll me dexterity saving throws.
I would imagine I'm still very far away. Moving
I would say you're no farther than 30 feet behind.
70 feet per round less than Manalo.
You know what? I'll say you're fine.
A 5.
A 5. Gaita, you as well take 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Your old man legs saved you this time, Die.
I'm moving so slow.
Could I please get initiative?
Yeah.
Don't betray me, little Die.
God!
Did it betray you?
The fiery bits with you as well. There's
I don't
a
like
four.
Die, what did you get?
13.
Manalo?
17.
All right. Top of initiative. You need to roll initiative for Gunny as well. Oh no.
He's doing great. I'm
You know,
sure.
you say that.
Look, at this level, that man's got to have like 100+ hit points. He's got to be unkillable. He's gonna use that deflect damage ability and just take no damage whatsoever. He's basically God.
I mean, you hope.
That right there, we have made
Unkillable.
it. It is canon. It has been seen on this show. He can do it.
Holly Ma attacks once with his claw against you, Manalo. Hits. This is an attack you're aware of. Can you roll me a strength saving throw?
Okay, so technically that wasn't his turn. It was just a thing he was doing, and now it's his turn.
Yes.
Okay. You 16?
16 passes.
Look, thank God for this dice right now, because I have a -1 to my strength saving throws, y'all.
Sounds like Luciani that die. Please take 6 points of slashing damage. Guide to dexterity saving throw.
Bro.
Do you take another 6?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do take that. I do.
That is going to bring us over to Manalo.
And I'll say, why do you want my armor so badly? It sounds like you are going through it, if you will. And I would just like back up very slowly, still disengaging. Wisdom saving throw.
This is a spell?
No.
Or a spell ability?
You know good and well it's not.
I have to confirm. Okay. Yeah, he fails.
One time I can actually say that to a DM and another creator of this damn setting we're using. Shout out to Cena. Yes. That is 15 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And as I go back, I go, I'm not interested in fighting you, but it seems like you have an interest in fighting me. Eldritch Blast! Does a 15 hit?
15 does not hit.
Okay. Valid. Valido. That's me.
All right.
That's me, and I'm going back about. I'm learning from my mistakes. That is maybe about 15 feet.
Okay. That is going to bring us over to I.
Has it been less than 10 minutes that we've been running through town?
Yes.
I still have Call Lightning up.
Yes, you do.
I use my 30 feet of movement. If the tiger's within 60 feet range.
Yep. Holly Ma is.
Cool. I hit Holly Ma with a blast of lightning. Please make a dexterity saving throw. I would like to spend some spirit dice on this. So the DC is no longer 15. It is now 20.
20? Okay. Can you roll me damage? Just full damage?
Yeah, gladly. It's not storming yet, is it?
No.
Okay.
I like this.
Not as good as I would have liked it to have been. It is only 9.
Mm-hmm. Can you make me a concentration check?
Okay, give me 1 second. Check the
Sure,
thing.
sure.
Concentration. Just a check, not a saving throw.
Just a check.
Okay. But using Constitution and not my spellcasting modifier.
Like the standard things you roll for concentration.
A concentration check is a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Oh,
that's what I'm confirming. 8.
8. Your spell hits Holly Holly Maw dead on, and the lightning arcs from him to you.
Cool.
Oh no!
You take the 9 points of damage instead of Holly Holly Maw.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
What don't you like about this?
Because the Filipino Bible said that Holly Holly Ma needs to Holly Holly mind his own damn business and let us live.
You had to look for that one.
I ain't look nowhere. The Lord is in my spirit.
And with Holly Holly Ma. What did you do with the rest of your turn to Eye?
How's Gunny looking?
Gunny looks like he's made of lava right now, so
like I can't just determine any amount of like, has he taken some damage? Is he fine?
You can't determine anything.
Yeah, okay. All right, cool. Yeah. Wait a minute. As a reaction to taking damage on my turn, I would like to cast Apalaki's Light because I haven't actually cast a spell this turn. I've just maintained concentration. And I would like for this tiger guy to make a Constitution saving throw.
Con saving throw? Okay.
Yeah.
Is this a spell-like effect?
Using Apalaki's...
Spell or spell-like effect?
It's a spell.
Okay. What's the DC?
It's 15.
Fuck. I missed it by 1.
All
so
right.
I fail.
Okay, so this gentleman takes 6 points of radiant damage and is blinded until the start of their next turn.
Okay. Then is it the end of your turn?
Yes, that will be the end of my turn. Thank you.
Okay. That brings us to Ghani. Nope. Gaita, your turn.
I'm gonna rage.
Rage?
Yup.
All right.
Which is my bonus action. And then I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna try. Please. Woo! Sorry. The first one is a 20.
A what?
A 22.
22 hits.
Sorry.
I think that one hits. Oh my god. It's always the classics, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay. That was suck though. That was awesome. That 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points of slashing damage? I think it's slashing.
We're attacking with a sword?
Yes.
It's slashing.
Okay, yeah, slashing.
How much?
15.
All right.
And then wait, no, I think it's a bonus action, isn't it? Never mind. No,
Okay.
it's just when I success. Never mind. Again. Can he make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Sure. I got a 14. Does that pass?
It does.
Okay.
So that's it.
That brings us over to Holly Ma.
Gani, didn't Gani get to go?
Gani did go. He failed to save.
That's cool.
Holly Ma. Gaita and I, you see this swirling emerald light and wind rush around him momentarily, and you see the form of this very tall and just overtly strong-looking half-elf for a moment. He taps himself while holding this spear made of bone, and you see that some of his wounds go away. We roll the exact amount. And as his spell, we lost someone. Oh, we lost Gaita.
Yeah, we'll get that figured out. Just
Yeah.
carry on.
As he finished up his spell, you see that same swirling light come around him again, and he's back into looking like a tiger.
Did I sense any of this? Did I sense?
You sense the form of the tiger disappearing, this half elf showing up, and then a tiger once more showing up.
When the half elf showed up, did I get any vibes from that person?
What do you mean vibes?
Vibe check. You know what it is? Did I? They're looking for my armor, which means they have at least an inkling, not necessarily of me, but at least of something I'm wearing. Because they were looking for something I was specifically I specifically have, which means we have had to have at least connected at some point, or at least in presence. With that recognition, and then now sensing the change into a half-elven male. Is there any recollection? Anything that I gather?
I'm struggling to see what I'm really trying here.
If someone knows me, or at least knows the armor that I'm wearing, and then they aren't a tiger, they're a person, do I recognize the person who might know something about me?
Don't know who this person is. You didn't get a
Gotcha.
sense. They don't feel familiar in the slightest.
Gotcha. That's what I was getting at.
Thank you.
I'm like, they seem to know me. Do I know them? Is what I was getting, or at least know something I'm wearing.
As the tiger form reforms, he looks down at you, Gaita. And you're just in time for me to try and attack you. Unless she's frozen again.
She's definitely frozen again.
Yeah,
Definitely frozen.
Very possible.
Yes. Yep.
We're just
It's fine. Yeah, hold the rolls, and then we'll just
we'll
come
just
back.
track it. We'll track it along the way.
Yeah. So do we pause combat here, or
No, if it was just attacking her, we have things to do after, I would assume.
Okay.
Unless it was doing something specific that was like a story beat.
No, attacking again on initiative count 20. There we go. Okay, and then hers will be fail. So that's 10. So, Manalo, can you roll me a dexterity saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Gaita.
Natural 20.
Natural 20? Okay. Yep. You are fine then, Manalo. Gaita. Can you roll me a strength saving throw?
I can. The first one's a 24. It's a 24.
24. You are not knocked prone, but you do in fact take 12 points of damage.
What kind of damage?
Slashing.
Okay. So I take half.
And that brings us to Manalo.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
What you gonna do?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. I was seeing if something would be useful, but it's not. I am not a spellcaster. I'd rather them take damage than me. I will, because they're right next to Gaita. Yes. I will take out my blowgun once more. And I say, you seem like a very intelligent individual. If you would like to talk, I am sure we are more than willing to do that. This seems unnecessary. As I hit him with my blowgun. Or attempt to hit him with my blowgun. Natural 20.
Okay.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, at least 24.
Yeah.
Plus. 34. 39. 42. 46 points of piercing damage.
Could all of you please roll me a dexterity saving throw?
Oh, no. That is a 17 for me. 17.
17? So you'll take half. If you have evasion, then take nothing.
All right. We are not that high of a level yet, Palidon.
Oh, I'm sorry then.
You're not sorry.
Gaita?
It's a 20.
20, okay. I
fail.
You fail? Manalo, you feel your blowgun dart hit perfectly into just a sensitive joint near the shoulder of this tiger of Hali Hali Ma. And in retaliation, Hali Hali Ma just breathes out, and you can hear it, you can feel him breathing out. The two of you can see him breathing out, and from his maw comes this almost storm of blood and bone shards. You take 23 points of piercing damage. Gaita and Manal, you each take 13.
Does
23?
23.
So we take 13? That's not half.
11.
Okay, I was making sure. I was like, wait, is there a reason for this? Okay.
I'm sorry, do you not know the hidden numbers between 4, 5, and 6?
Do you not know how to throw that ass in a circle? Like the fuck?
No, I'm too thick. It's just a circle.
Does that stack with?
Sorry, what?
Does that half again with my resistance?
Yes, it would.
Sweet.
And Manalo, you see Halima sped up, or you sense that Halima sped up your blowgun dart.
That seems unfortunate. Are they breathing heavier? Did it seem like they're hurting?
They're breathing heavier, but they're smiling too.
See, it be those demented bitches that you gotta watch out for.
You gotta watch out for is when you go home to someone and like they've lit all your stuff all neat and folded outside the apartment. Like they're calm about it.
No, that means you effed up. Continue.
Which means he has to roll concentration. Oh my god. You see, after your dart hits Manalo, Dai and Gaita, you see Gani's arms move down. Dai, it's your turn.
I did succeed on my concentration check to keep concentration on Call Lightning up. So I'm going to just keep that storm a brewing. I'll use my action to once more Call Lightning down on this big tiger guy. Again, use some spirit dice. So that DC is going to be spicy again. This time, that DC is going to be a spicy 21.
21?
Dexterity saving throw, please and thank you.
Can you roll me a concentration check?
I literally just did, but yeah, sure. 16.
16? Can you please roll damage?
Yes, of course. 13.
Your lightning hits Halima. And doesn't go anywhere else.
Okay. Does it look like it takes damage?
Looks like it takes damage.
Cool, awesome. And then for my bonus action, I'm going to be like, and I can do that trick too. Hey, Hari, come here. And Hari will come down and give me a forehead kiss as I cast Healing Word on myself at second level.
At second level?
Yeah.
All right. That brings us to Gani.
You mean? Oh, never mind. Oh, see, you said that brings us to Gani, and I'm like, Josh just went, but he's not playing Gani. Never mind.
It's me again.
Jesus fucking Christ. Gani rushes up towards Halima and attacks 3 times. It's once. Okay. You see Gani hit the back of Halima's right leg 2 times. Hitting heavily. But that brings us over to Gaita.
While my internet was raging, did we find out like why?
Nope.
Okay. Well, Gaita wouldn't know the difference then. I'm just gonna attack again. I don't know. 25 for the first one. Ooh, and the second one's a 9.
25 hits. Please roll damage.
Ooh, that's better. It's not as good, but that's 14 points of slashing damage.
14? Okay.
Yes.
Is that your turn?
Give me another wisdom saving throw.
All right.
Why not?
That is going to be a 19.
It makes it. He's fine.
Which brings us over to Halima's turn. Manalo. Let me roll something here. Can you make me a strength saving throw?
What happens?
Halima walks over Gaita, lowers its maw down, and bites you, and grapples you.
Do they get a attack of opportunity?
Nope. Halima then moves 200 feet away.
I beg.
Can you reposition another person when you've got them grappled, but nothing else?
In this instance, yes. Halihima walks over Gaita, lowers its head down, bites Manalo, lifts up, and moves 200 feet away.
Uh-huh.
As you see Halihima do this, you see from the red stripes on his back a tiger crawling out and now standing in between Halihima and you, Dai, and Gaita.
Uh-huh.
Halihima drops you onto the ground, Manalo, and you can feel him looking down at you. I just want the armor. All of this stops when I have your armor.
Did I take any damage from him biting me?
Yes.
How much?
Let me roll that for you. That is going to be, Christ, 17.
You don't. He doesn't talk to a responsive Manalo.
Manalo unconscious?
Yeah.
Even with uncanny dodge?
Even with no. I'm at 2 points, 2 hit points.
So you are conscious?
I am conscious. I think I mentioned a couple of times now that this was not necessary. If you wanted the armor, all you had to do was ask nicely. And I will struggle and attempt to get the armor off.
You take the armor off, and Halihima pierces into it with one claw.
Before I take it completely off, I say, I don't know you, and you probably don't care to know me. But obviously you want this for a reason. And I am going to give it to you, but could you please answer me why?
Can you roll me a persuasion check? With advantage because you're doing it while you're giving something away.
Ooh, 19.
19?
Mm-hmm.
Halihima pauses as you ask this question. Considers for a moment and speaks very plainly down to you. An offering for protection.
An offering to Tambanakano? To Bakanawa? To who?
No. To the Maiden of Blood. Something has upset her. I sensed something valuable here, apart from gold and food. So I am seeking protection for my forest and my kind from her by giving her a gift.
I see. You probably do not care still, but I am here with this armor for a reason, and that reason deals with her, but we don't know why. Perhaps we cannot be enemies, and I can ask you later why you needed this protection. And I will finish taking off the armor.
Halima pierces the armor with one claw and laughs. You were never my enemy. Just pray. Good fortune to you.
I will say one last thing. It is something I am still coming to learn myself. And I promise you, I am not that strong to make this a true threat. So you do not have to take it as such. But as you seek protection from the Maiden of Blood, I believe I am a weapon for Bac Noir. Therefore, I hope this choice does not anger the wrong person. I am still trying to figure out if that even would. Good day.
Good day. And Halima moves 200 feet again and heading towards the forest.
And as I sense them leave, Di
and Gaita, you see the tiger that was in between you and Manalo turns into nothing, disappears into dust, as do the other tigers within Araga.
Is Manalo still standing out there? Okay. I'm gonna tap Di and point because I'm still kind of enraged. And if I can, I'll grab him and try and get within at least range that I know Di can cast spells on Manalo. Maybe assisting because I could run a little bit faster.
Yeah,
that's fair. I'll give probably a cure wounds to Manalo at like second level ish.
Yeah, Manalo's eyes are closed. He is tired. Well, you don't see his eyes anyway, but he is just like...
You get 16 hit points back. As Hari comes and more than just gives you a kiss on the forehead, like pats your forehead with a wing as I cast Cure Wounds instead of Healing Word.
That was interesting, for lack of a better word.
What happened? Why are you half naked?
They wanted my armor.
And you gave it to them? For the big giant cat who's attacking the city?
I do not believe it was a meaningful attack. It was more so
I look back at the dead people.
Well, it was a search for apparently what I have. They were giving it as an offering to the Maiden of Blood in exchange for protection for themselves and the forest, because apparently The Maiden of Blood is very angry.
Oh, that's a good sign. That means that Non-Dog is probably already starting to do their thing.
Well, if they are angry, I would assume they are not doing their thing.
Or they did the thing and it upset the Maiden of Blood.
Oh. Regardless, I was not their enemy. I was prey, as they have stated. But if it meant less harm coming to the people, and I truthfully had no idea why I had the armor to begin with, I was more than willing to part with it. Perhaps I will see it again.
We should probably get you a new one and then head to Baga as fast as possible.
I believe that would be very wise, yes. And I will slowly stand up, very slowly, kind of limp, and I assume start walking with them back towards Gunny.
With that, we're going to end the session. Thank y'all for being here. I've been HD Paladin, your DM. Let's go back to our players. Let's start again with Josh. Hi.
Hello, that is my name. Hi. My name is Josh. I am a freelance tabletop game designer, a variety streamer on my own Twitch channel, and the assistant director of ambassadors for Jasper's Game Day, nonprofit organization that uses tabletop gaming for the cause of suicide prevention. I have a busy week next week, y'all. You can join me on Sunday for some Stardew Valley over on my Twitch channel. You can join me on Monday as Lucia joins me for some mini painting on my channel. You can join me on Tuesday for a masks game on my channel. And I've got something on Wednesday. I just can't tell you what it is yet. So just stay tuned to social medias for announcements about that. And of course, you can see me every time we're here on Friday, or almost every time. That'll be a blast. That's me. I'll toss it to CB since I did Lucia earlier.
Oh, hey. I also have a lot happening next week. You can catch me. Nothing's happening tomorrow, I don't think. You can catch me on Sunday over on I Need Diverse Games for the second episode of Dungeons and Durags, which is an all-black D&D campaign that I DM with Milady Confetti, Chelsea Bites, J Rock the God, and Cypher of Tier. It's very awesome. On Mondays, you can catch me on Realmsmith for our Crystal Stride campaign as Noggins, the Satyr Druid, who's a hot mess and a half. On Tuesday, just announced, you can catch me over on Demi Plane RPG as I guest in this next episode of Heroes of the Plains. Very, very excited to be there. Check that out. I can't wait to play this character that I've built for them. On Wednesday, I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is, but there is something happening that also involves Josh that I am also mostly heading up, and you will find out very soon on my socials and socials of another very big presence. So watch out for that. I'm not doing anything Thursday. And then obviously Friday is Tampo. So that's me. I guess keep look at my socials. I do way too much. And yeah, Lucia.
Hi, I'm Lucia Verspilli, otherwise Sear Sword everywhere on the internet. Obviously you can catch me here on Tampo. Just trying to put together what's going on all the time. And like Josh mentioned, I'll be on his channel on Mondays doing mini stuff. I've got some really fun stuff planned for that, so I hope that we'll see some of you guys there. And then next Saturday, I'm going to be having a candle update sale on my shop. So they're all handmade candles in unique containers that I find. And they smell really good, but also they're infused with like little witchy spells if you're into stuff like that. Otherwise, I just do a bunch of random stuff on my socials. I'm the most active on Twitter, so find me there at Searsword. And that's me. I'll pass it back to Paladin.
I'm going to steal it from Paladin really quickly to shout out Latia, who wasn't here. You can catch her on Rivals of Waterdeep. You can catch her on her channel doing lots of streaming, which is twitch.tv/Latia Jaquise. She is also the community manager for Monty Cook Games.
Correct.
Hell yeah. I want to make sure that the title was correct. You can catch all their things, and she's awesome. And that's her. That's her.
Taking it back. Hi, I'm Paladin. You can find me on Twitter at HTTPaladin. I'm a freelance TTRPG content creator. I work on way too many fucking books at this point. One of which is currently on Kickstarter. If you want a bunch of weird spells and subclasses, I got the book for you on Kickstarter called Incantations, a book of narrative and worldly spells for 5th edition D&D. We unlocked some stretch goals recently to get some miniatures done, as well as get Lucia. If I look at the screen, is she over there? I don't know how to point it when on the low overlay, but she is doing some spells for us as well as a guest designer. But otherwise, thank y'all for showing up. We're going to go raid Cypher of Tyr, and I hope y'all have a good night. See you next week. Bye.